I'm gonna just recap then. I'm gonna just get a recap in then. I'm gonna just get a recap in because it's probably new people coming in the room. Jury, what's up? Ernest, what's up? Want to make sure everybody catch the live. Give me love. All right, so we good. So we gonna recap it again. So today's download is gonna be on what a soul is. All right, let's break it down. You hear people talk about the mind, the body, and the soul. Well, the mind, the body, and the soul are all one thing. They're all one and the same. And I'm gonna break it down, right? Because the honorable prophet Elijah to Christ has given us the information for us to objectively understand what reality is, so we don't deceive ourselves when we hear people talking about spirituality and they start talking about the soul and the mind and the body and all these are separate. Let's get into it. First, what is the soul? What is the soul? A soul, right? They spell it SOUL. But the soul, but the sun in Spanish, right? We are all the sun. We are all different expressions of the sun, different frequencies and vibrations of the sun. The sun is the symbol in this physical reality for our conscious mind. It is the mind of God, DNA, like Chief teaches us. In Spanish, the sun is called Sol, SOL. The sun in astrology represents your ego or your conscious mind in totality, your sense of self in totality. And all the other planets are different spirits of that one soul or that one soul, sun or the mind. So we spell soul not SOUL but SOL because there's no U in soul, because there is no U. Everybody is the sun vibrating on a different frequency of that one mind. Remember, in biology, all living things are connected through what? DNA. DNA is the molecular blueprint for all living things. The first hermetic principle is all is mental. We all live inside the mind of God. We are all cells that make up this body. And the centerpiece of all cells is what? DNA. DNA. The instructions that make you who you are. So when it comes to the definition of soul, right? SOL, not SUL, because we are one soul. We are all collectively a part of one soul, one mind, which is the DNA of God. So the definition of soul is the most important part of something. That's what a soul is. The soul is the most important part of something. Or it's another definition that says the intangible or the immaterial essence, animating principle, or actuating cause of an individual life, of an individual's life. I'm gonna say that again. The most important part of something, and another definition is the immaterial essence, animating principle, or actuating cause of an individual's life. What is the most essential or the most important part of you as a being? Well, we know that the first hermetic principle is the law of mentalism, the law of mind. All is mind. You are just a consciousness. So the most important part of you would be your mind. But what is your mind utilizing to give you your reality? Because remember, like she teaches us, the brain is a processor. It's utilizing something to give you what you perceive to be reality. The mind is utilizing your DNA, your molecular blueprint that gives you the instructions and specific genetic codes as to what you should be and what your purpose should be. That is the most important part of you. That is the most animating principle or actuating cause of you as a cell inside of God's mind. The most actuating cause of you is your DNA. That's who you are. That's what makes up what you are. The DNA is intangible. It's intangible. So the soul is the most important part of you. The mind is the most important part of you. And as a cell made out of 50 trillions of other cells, and the centerpiece of all those cells is DNA. DNA is the representation of the mind. DNA is the representation of the mind of God. You are a piece of God's mind. You are God, a different form of God, right? And you have DNA. You have a blueprint that makes you who you are. That is the most important part of you. So when we talk about a soul, understand the soul is your mind, because that's all we are. We are all consciousness. People say the soul, the mind, and the body, but they are all one and the same, because the body is the mind. You can't have a body without your mind projecting and giving you the image of your body. And then we know that the mind is the soul, because in astrology, right? In astrology, the sun is your conscious mind, your sense of self in totality. So the soul is your mind. So the most important part of you is your mind. And your mind is utilizing your astrological program to give you who you are. Now, the problem comes in is where we don't understand how to exchange energy. We don't understand how to so-called sell our souls. People talk about selling their souls, and that, oh, celebrities sold their souls to the devil. But what do they really mean when they say this person sold their soul to the devil? Because people think that the soul is some type of ghost-like energy that's inside of you. But no, your soul is your mind. So when you say that, oh, this person sold their soul, or you sold your soul, what you're saying is, I gave my mind over to something that wasn't serving me. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody, like Chief teaches us, everybody's going to have to exchange energy, or a piece of your soul, a piece of your mind, a piece of a, or part of a soul will be spirit. Spirit is a piece of the soul, right? If you look at the solar system, the sun is the soul, right? In Spanish, it is the vital force for everything. The other planets are different spirits or different energies of that one mind, of that one soul. Spirit in Latin means spiritus. Spiritus means what? Breath, consciousness, energy. Your mind is utilizing the energy, which is thoughts, to give you your reality. So when you say you sold your soul, or you selling your spirit, you're saying, what you're saying is that I'm giving my focus and my attention and my thoughts to a specific goal, or a specific thing for me to do what I want to do. But if that's not aligned with nature and not aligned with divinity, then it's going to be going against your nature, and it's going to be counterproductive to what you're doing. So we have to understand how to sell our souls, per se, or give or exchange thoughts or spirits with our reality in a healthy way, so that we're not feeling like, oh, I sold my soul to the devil, I gave my mind to the devil, somebody did this to my mind. No. Understand that your astrological program, which is your DNA, has been subjected to an environment called Babylon that has been designed to kill, steal, and destroy. It's designed for you to get up and go to work. It's designed for you to get up and go to school and do everything that nothing else, that no other animal in nature is doing. You see what I'm saying? So when you go to a job and you go clock in every day, you're giving your mind's focus and the energy, which is your mind's thoughts, your soul. You're giving your energy to this job. We know that the devil is running the bank system. The banking system is giving the jobs the money to sustain this and to sustain this reality. So you're selling your soul over to who? Mammon, the evil one, the one that lives backwards. You have to understand how to properly give your energy, right? For instance, the Christ is the most honorable prophet, Eligio to Christ, right? You should be giving your energy, or your focus and attention, and your soul, your mind, to God, to heavenly things. There's a way to exchange energy, or to sell your soul where you're not harming yourself. You feel me? So we have to understand what the soul is. The soul is just the mind. You sell your soul or your mind when you give it over to things that are not in tune with nature. When you giving your thoughts and your focus to things that are in tune with nature, like getting up on camera, speaking, teaching, and shining the divine light that you have been given from God, that's constructive, because you're going to get energy back from the universe by you exchanging a piece of your soul or of your mind, which is your thoughts, with your reality. So people say Save a soul. They want to save souls, and they got to save a soul, or you're here to save your soul. What they're really saying is that you're here to save your mind. You're here to save your mind and protect your mind from Babylon. You're here to protect your subconscious mind from it being infiltrated with lower self ideas and lower self desires and thoughts that don't pertain to you becoming your higher self. And then you can't save your mind if you're not putting the, you can't save your soul, your mind, if you're not putting the healthy information in there. Remember, you've been programmed with misinformation. Information that goes against the genetic blueprint or the molecular program that makes up who you are. Underneath all of the fear-based and the material chasing things that we do in Babylon, your astrological program is your piece of God. That's your spirit. And we have to get back to that. You have to recover that part of you in order for you to enter the kingdom, in order for you to reach your higher self. And that's all remembering. Remember, to save your mind, you must remember. You must remember what your mind. You must remember your mind. You must remember yourself. You must remember who you are. Your whole purpose of being here is to obtain knowledge of self. Is to know thyself. So you can't save your soul or save your mind unless you begin to reprogram your mind, your five senses from Babylon, from the ways of thinking, from the patterns of being, the actions, the lifestyles, the food, the people, the hangout spots, all of that. All of that is affecting your mind, and you're giving your energy over to that, which is selling your soul, and that's not working for you. You feel me? So you must remember who you are. You must study objective information. We all talk about knowledge and study knowledge, and we got cool ways to put this information. But true information and true knowledge is based in objectivity, it's based in facts. So you must remember, Babylon doesn't give you factual information. All of the sciences that they have been giving us, that's not pieced together for fieldy, that's not interpreted correctly, it's philosophy. You feel me? It's philosophy. There's no facts to it. It's all based in speculation and not of objective observation and experience and experimenting. You feel me? So we're only being given misinformation. BZ was good, guy. We're only being given misinformation that's allowing us to sell our mind or our souls to the wrong things. So you have the five sciences: astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, grounding. These five sciences irrefutably show you and prove to you what reality is and how and the information that you need to reprogram your mind with, so that you can begin to utilize your spirit or your energy, which are thoughts of your mind, thoughts of your soul. Utilize it for heavenly things, utilizing it for you to step into your divinity. And you must remember who you are in order to save your soul. But in order to do that, you have to reprogram your mind. That means get away from people, places, and things that's not serving you, that's keeping you in a lower state, that's keeping you in your lower self. Don't be deceived by people talking about the soul, the body, and the mind. Your body and your mind is your soul. Your soul is your mind. You wouldn't have a body without your mind. You can't save nobody's soul. You feel me? You cannot save anybody's soul. All you can do is give that person's mind healthy information. Guide and lead and direct that other version of you. Guide their mind to correct information. That's the only way that you can save somebody's soul. And as part of saving your soul or your mind, you got to put the right information in there. You feel me? Because whatever you feed your mind, you gotta put out into your reality. So that's what the soul is. The soul is the most important part of you, the most essential part of you. That is your mind, your DNA, the molecular blueprint that makes up you, your astrological program. You're here to get in tune with that and understand that those energies and understand the makeup of you, so that you can begin to exchange that energy in your reality the correct way, so that you don't feel like, oh, I'm selling my soul, or I'm giving over my thoughts and my spirit to the wrong thing. It's because we don't know how to think. We've been programmed to not know how to think the correct way. We've been programmed to have the mind of the Caucasian, the mind of the European. And remember, they lack melanin. They lack the intelligence to truly understand and interpret and feelize what reality is, which is nothing but God's imagination, which is nothing but a dream. And then now I think about it, when it comes to saving your soul, your soul is your mind, so you literally have to save, you gotta save your memory. You gotta save your memory, right? Your mind is a processor that's storing information. It's storing data on a daily basis. When you go to sleep at night, you don't take this body with you. You take what with you? You take your soul with you, your consciousness, your mind with you. But remember, if you don't do the right things with the thoughts that you have right now, with the mind or the soul that you have right now, then when you transition into that next dream phase or that next reality, if you didn't do the work or didn't do the right thing in this reality, you're not going to be able to hold on to that memory. You're not going to be able to store that memory or download or upload that memory into your next reality because you didn't apply it to your life. So truly saving your soul is really equipping your mind with divine knowledge itself, with objective information, specifically the 5 sciences for real that Chief has given us, that God has given us to teach and apply to our lives. And apply that to your reality so that when you go to sleep at night, you can upload those codes into your next reality. For instance, what you did yesterday and how you utilized your thoughts yesterday were uploaded in today's reality for you to utilize to project your reality. If you want to save your soul, make sure that your mind is vibrating on the correct frequency. Make sure that your mind is taking in the right information, the right people, the right places, the right things, so that when you do transition or wake up into another dream, which we do every day, you can upload your soul's memory, right? But make sure that you upload the information or the memory that allows you to live in absolute reality, actuality. And the absolute reality, the supreme reality, the actuality of this reality is that we live inside of a dream, and this dream is the Eligio Bishop's dream. And we are all different spirits of that mind of God. You feel me? So that's what a soul is. Your soul is your mind simply. Whenever you hear the word soul, it is your mind. If somebody tell you that your mind and body and soul, no, they're all one, because the body is the mind. How can your body be separate from your mind? How can you even have a body without a mind? And every reality that you go to, every dream room that you go into, your mind gives you a new body. The body is not separate from the mind. The mind is the body. The soul, the soul in Spanish means son. That's your ego, your conscious, your sense of self in totality. Your mind is your soul. And the thoughts that you have are the spirits of the mind that you have, of the soul that you are. And to give those thoughts and focus those thoughts and your attention on things that take you to your higher self is what's going to save your soul. Applying divine knowledge itself is what's going to save your soul. You feel me? You can teach knowledge all day. You can intake and consume knowledge all day, but if you're not applying it to your life, then your soul, your mind is not going to be saved. Your mind has to actually download that information and feelize it through your nervous system. So when it uploads, it's sealed, it's signed, and it's sealed. So that's what a soul is. I wanted to give you all a download because I was on a live yesterday and I kept hearing the word soul come out. And I was even talking to somebody the other day and they kept saying spirit and the soul and spirit and this and spirit is this. But nobody actually looks up the definition of these words so that they can truly understand what they are. A spirit is nothing but energy. Your mind is the womb of consciousness and it's utilizing energy, thoughts, to give you your reality. When you sell your mind or you sell your soul, you give your thoughts and your energy to something else. For instance, I'm selling my soul right now to Bigo, but I'm not doing it in a lower self way. What I'm doing is I'm just giving the thoughts from my mind. I'm exchanging these thoughts with the other entities on this app. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it in a way that's going to be detrimental to me or detrimental to anybody else. This is constructive. This is a constructive or a healthy way to exchange your spirit or sell your soul or sell your spirit to your reality. Because like Chief teaches us, you're going to have to give your energy or you're going to so-called sell your soul to something. Now, depending upon what you give your soul to, that says everything about what you are and who you are. Mama Anasu was good, Reflection. Slim Wendy, what up? Shocking, what up? I don't know if I'm locking my hair, man. I thought about that today. I'm like, damn, I'm tired of doing my hair myself. I'm tired of even doing it. Like, you feel me? So I was thinking about locking my shit up today. And that's how your hair wanna be anyway. Your hair naturally wanna lock up anyway. If I leave this for like another month, it's gonna lock up on its own because that's what your hair wants to take the path of least resistance. That's why it coils up. You feel me? We got kinky and coiled hair for a reason. This is actually a part of your soul. This is actually a part of exchanging your soul with your environment. Because it's an extension of your nervous system. It's a transmitter that's picking up, sending and receiving information to and from your environment for you to stay in tune with it. You said let it be free. I'm gonna take that into consideration. That's crazy because y'all my subconscious mind, and I was already thinking about that today. But you feel me? Just peep game on what you selling your soul to or what you giving your energy to. You can be giving your energy to something that's constructive or something that's deconstructive, right? We are all light, right? Light, like Chi teaches, quantum physics will teach you too. Light moves in the form of a wave. What do we have? We are just a mind. We have what? Brain waves, consciousness. We are all light. So when you exchanging energies or you're exchanging light or thoughts, waveforms, you want to make sure that you're exchanging it in a constructive way. There's something called a constructive interference and something called a destructive interference. When you're exchanging your energy or you're selling your soul, giving your mind and your thoughts and your attention to Babylon, that's a destructive interference. When you get up and you go to work, that's a destructive interference. Even though you got the willpower to go through it and you know what this reality is, you feel me? It's still destructive because it's going against your own nervous system. It's going against your own essence. You still deep down and subconsciously don't want to do it. So that's destructive. That's a destructive interference. You're giving your mind, which is your soul, you're selling it to a corporation to do a duty and be of service to a corporation their whole agenda and objective is to steal, kill, and destroy from nature. That's deconstructive. That's a destructive interference. That's an unhealthy way to exchange your spirit or your thoughts or your soul, which is your mind. A constructive or a healthy way of exchanging your thoughts or your light or your soul would be to focus on heavenly things, focus on knowledge itself, focus on truth, focus on things that raise your vibration, that raise the frequency of the planet. You feel me? It's 250 people in the room right now. Y'all are part of the planet. I can be utilizing my soul and my mind and my spirit, which is my thoughts, to uplift y'all or to distract y'all from what's really going on, distract y'all from actuality. But instead, I'm utilizing my soul, I'm utilizing my energy to make you guys aware that we are inside of God's dream, that we are inside of God's imagination. And it's imperative for you to understand that you as a piece of the soul, as a piece of the sun, a spirit, which is a piece of the sun of the oneness exactly. You're here to get in tune with the dream. And to get in tune with the dream, that means, you feel me, giving your soul to God, giving your mind and your thoughts to God and to heavenly things. and not mammon, not the devil, not the evil one. So remember, y'all, the soul is the most important part of something. Your mind is the most important part of you. That's all you are. You are just a mind, a consciousness. It is hermetic principle. It is law. Ain't no getting around it. That is objective truth. That all is mental. And a soul, they spell it, Babylon spells it S-O-U-L, but it's not S-O-U-L because there is no you in soul. There is no you. For you to say you is for you not to be in tune with reality. Your subconscious mind thinks that you're talking to you when you say you. There's only I because you are a projection of everything. Everything is you. We are all a part of that one soul, that one mind, that DNA, the molecular blueprint of God's mind. And guess what? Your mind is utilizing what? Your astrological energy, your astrological programming to give you your reality. That is your soul. When you portaled out your mother, listen, when you portaled out your mother and you came out that womb of consciousness, that darkness, and then you said, let there be light, and you portaled out and you became into existence, that first breath, remember, breath means spirit. Spirit in Latin means spiritus. Spiritus means breath. Breath gives you what? That's the animating force that gives you energy or consciousness inside this reality. When you poured it out that womb of consciousness, you took a breath. That spirit, that breath that you consume on the way into this reality when you logged in was your soul. It was your spirit. It was your piece of the sun, this piece of the soul or the mind of God that we all are a part of. Remember, we all exist as a fractal piece of the sun, which remember in Spanish is called the soul. That's what's animating you. Your astrological program is what's animating you. The energy that your mind is using to give you your reality is the angles of light that's bending and refracting itself inside of your natal chart to give you and communicate with God. You said Babylon sun ain't got no UVB rays. No, it don't. And understand that we're giving our soul, our mind to a system that don't even give us the correct sunlight. Remember, the sun is your mind. Appreciate that, Wit. Remember, the sun is the soul. The sun is the mind. It is the DNA of God. We don't even live in an environment where we're able to exchange energy or soul or life force with the sun the correct way. That's another way that we sell our soul the wrong way. When we put ourselves in an environment that's not constructive for our being. That's another way that we sell our souls or our mind and give our attention to this environment in the wrong way. A healthy way to give your energy or your mind to an environment would to go live between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, near the equinox and the equator, where the sun is at its most powerful, where you have food on the trees, fresh sunlight, fresh water, the correct oxygen. That's the most beautiful way for you to sell your soul. If you're going to sell your soul to that. If you're going to sell your soul to divine knowledge yourself and give your energies to people, places, and things that's leading you to God. That's leading you to being in tune with the dreamer of this reality and existence that we live in. Miss Rose, what's good? Essence, what up? You said the only way to get out is ground economics and get out permanently. Well, how would you do that? You have to master your mind. You have to master your mind first. You have to master your soul first in order for you to get out of anything. Like God teaches us, the only way out of this reality that we live in, which is a dream, which is really a nightmare, is to go in. Is to go into your imagination, because you are just a mind. You are imagining all of this thing, everything that you see in your reality, you are imagining. The bullshit that you see in your reality, the unhealthy people, the unhealthy environments, the negative actions that's going on, all of that is a part of your imagination. You're imagining that. Remember, your astrological program, your soul has been subjected to an environment that puts you on your lower self and doesn't allow you to understand what reality truly is. So to save your soul or your mind, you have to reprogram your mind with the correct information so that you can live in harmony with God's creation. But the only way out is through you going inside of your imagination and reprogramming your mind, your imagination with objective information. And like I said, like God teaches us, he gave us a whole curriculum, the 5 sciences. This is the most objective, highest and most pure truth that you can have and embody on the planet so that you can get in tune with life. If you don't have objective knowledge of self and pure information in your mind, you're only going to imagine a reality that's based in suffering, that's based in ignorance. Exactly. And that's what Babylon is. Babylon is a cancer cell inside of God's mind. That's all it is. Babylon is a cancer cell inside of the mind of God. You said got to get out first. Get out where? Where are you going? Essence, where are you going? There's nowhere to go, Essence. When you go somewhere, you're going inside your mind. Say if you decided, hey, I'm sitting at home right now, I'm going to go to the grocery store. You got to go within your mind's imagination for you to even get there. You project yourself there after you think about it inside of your mind. The matrix is nothing but a psychological trap inside of your mind. It's a psychological program inside of your mind. The matrix is all a dream. It's a software program that's running inside of our mind that gets us in, that puts us out of tune with nature, with life. You said get out of the Western world. Well, you still have to go within. You still have to use your imagination, Essence. You still have to reprogram your subconscious mind, because like Jesus Christ teaches us, wherever you go, there you will be, because you're living inside of your mind. You can leave you can leave Western civilization right now, Essence, and go over to India, Philippines, Thailand. You can go over there, but it doesn't matter. You're still inside your mind. Wherever you go, there you will be. Your mind is, if you don't reprogram your mind here, you're going to take your mind in that negative way of thinking into the other environment, and you're going to create hell over there too. So like she teaches us, the only way out is to go in your imagination and reprogram your subconscious mind with objective and pure information, so that when you do begin to think yourself into another existence or another reality, which we do all day anyway, then it's conducive for you. You're giving yourself the chance to create a reality that's based in truth, that's based in objectivity, versus not reprogramming your mind and just saying, oh, I'm about to just leave the system. Well, you are the system. The system is a program inside of your mind. You have to reprogram what you perceive the system to be, or what you perceive the matrix to be, in order for you to even get out of it. To get out of Babylon, Essence, reflection, to get out of Babylon, like she teaches, you have to get out of Babylon here first, because all is mental. Babylon is not a place. It's a mentality that projects and manifests in shape and form as a place in your dream. But it's all a mentality first. It's a way of thinking first. You have to let go of the idea that, oh, I need to go work a job, I need to get money, I need to indulge and engage myself in all of my 5 senses and feel good and feel comfortable all day. You got to get that out of your head. The idea of gathering all these material possessions and all these sensual desires and pleasures that we have to master those and understand that this is a lower self program that I have been given in my sleep, for me to be disconnected from truth, for me to be disconnected from God. You said let me rethink, and UVB rays is better. No, absolutely. UVB rays is absolutely what we need. Remember, the sun is our mind. The sun is our soul. We are different spirits of that soul, right? And absolutely, for us to get in tune with that, we definitely need UVB rays, because we got melanin. Everybody has melanin. It don't matter what skin pigment you want. Everybody has melanin, and Melanin is a DNA repairer. The sun allows your melanin to activate to repair the DNA or the mind, the soul of you. So absolutely, we definitely need to be closer to UVB rays or to a tropical environment so that we can be in tune with the dream. But it starts here first, reflection. It starts here first in understanding that you're not separate from your reality. That wherever you go, there you will be. That you are a piece of the sun. You are a piece of the soul, the mind of God, which is DNA, expressing itself on a different frequency. And you have to understand your astrological program, your specific spirit of the sun, of the oneness, in order for you to master your reality. You said no matter how much knowledge we acquire in Babylon, it's higher in the tropics, so let's just go. Well, you have to understand, I just told you, it's all mental. So it don't matter where you at. If you have a healthy perspective on life in Babylon, you're gonna create heaven in Babylon. Although the system is in place and designed to stop black men and black women from being empowered and creating their own thing within the system. But if you keep a healthy perspective, no matter where you go, you're gonna create heaven on earth. It don't matter if you got UVB rays or not. Same as if you think negative. If you think negative, no matter where you go, you're gonna create hell on earth. You're gonna create a nightmare for yourself. Science, absolutely, it does matter where we are at. But what I want you to know is that the world, the earth, all of that is located inside of your mind. So it's more important that we understand how our mind or our soul works and understand that before we start wanting to understand and get out of the environment that we are in. While that is imperative, we got to have a healthy perspective and understand our mind. You can't save your soul until you know your soul, which is your mind. You can't save your mind until you know how you think, until you know how your mind thinks, until you know the mechanics of consciousness that's giving you your reality. And that is your natal chart, your astrological program. And I'm going to keep beating you all over the head with that information because that is one of the top ways for you to master yourself. You have to, when you study in astrology, you're studying biology, right? DNA is the mind of God. That is your soul. In astrology, the sun and all the other planets are your soul and different spirits of that soul. It's called the law of correspondence, the second hermetic principle, as above, so below. Astrology represents the as above principle, while biology represents the so below principle. What's taking place in the heavens, in the mind, in the constellations are taking place in the body, on earth, on a biological level. So you have to master this first. The universe, the world, the earth, all that is in your mind. You got to understand your mind first before you can save it. You said we can't save our mind until we are aligned with the best on earth. Yeah, you can't save your soul or your mind until you align with the earth. The earth is our mother in heaven, Mother Lucia Isis, the great grandmother. The earth is her higher self. Mother Nature provides it for everybody on earth. So until we align with nature, which is the base reality of this dream of God's that we are in, then we're not going to get in tune with God at all. You said, what is it called again? What you talking about, sweet? Sweet sensation? What are you referring to? Phoenix, we good in there, God? Put a 3 up if we good in there. I'm not about to be too long, for real. You forgot, it's okay. If it come back to you, just let me know. I'll reiterate what I said for you, okay? But yeah, y'all, you feel me? So understand what that, understand, appreciate that essence. I appreciate your reflection, most certainly. So just a short recap, man. Your soul is the most important part of something. You said I said so much. I know. But if it does come back to you, even if I'm offline, you can message me and I can pick up wherever I left off if you need me to do that. But just a quick recap, y'all, before I hop off, y'all. The soul The definition of soul, remember we spell it, Chief teaches us to spell soul S-O-L, because that's what soul, the sun is soul in Spanish. That's how they spell it. And there's no you in soul because we are all one soul. It's one mind, one self. One mind, one self. We are not separate from each other. Although we live within the illusion of separation, and we all have different astrological energies that allow us to believe and perceive that, oh, you're separate from me, you look different from me, you sound different from me, you grew up in a different place than I am. That is all an illusion within the mind. Separation is an illusion in the mind. Distance is an illusion in the mind. All of reality is being experienced inside of your mind, right? And the soul is the most important part of you. The most important part of your reflection is your mind, because the first hermetic principle is all is mental. We are all just consciousness. Minds projecting reality into something, projecting a hologram into what we perceive as a physical existence. But we all encased in darkness, that womb of consciousness, right? And also along with that, when it comes to saving your soul, which is your mind, your DNA is your mind, your soul. Your body is your mind. Your mind is your body. Your body and mind is your soul. They're all one and the same. When it comes to saving your soul or your mind, you must reprogram your subconscious mind, right? Now, let me give y'all this gem that Chief gave us before I hop off. So you might ask, well, okay, you said to save my soul or my mind, I must reprogram my mind. How do I do that, Jax? Well, you reprogram your mind. There's 3 ways to reprogram your mind. It's 3 steps that you're gonna need to follow. Just 3 steps. 3 is the perfect number. That's gonna get you in tune and in harmony with the all. The 3 steps to reprogramming your subconscious mind, which is the part of you that runs 95% of your reality, the unconscious part of you that you are not aware of, that's affecting and influencing your whole existence. First thing you're gonna need to do is separate and isolate yourself from people, places, and things that are not a constructive interference in your reality. Remember, a constructive interference are waves or thought forms, light, that's healthy for you, that's an asset for you in your reality, into what you're evolving to become. A deconstructive interference is anything that takes you away and disconnects you from God. Thought forms, people, places, and things that disconnect you from you reaching your higher self. So the first thing you must do is isolate yourself from Babylon. Isolate yourself from the people that want to do the same old shit, go out on the weekend and go kick it. The people that want to go smoke before they go put the work in. The people that want to go drink before they put work in. The people that want to go indulge in their desires before they go and embark on a purpose. Get yourself away from that. Isolate yourself from people that don't know that they are a part of God's imagination. Isolate yourself from people that's eating bullshit food all day, that's talking bullshit all day. Isolate yourself from people that's talking about other people all day. You feel me? Isolate yourself from the information online or from teachers that you're listening to all day that's not getting you in tune with life for real. You feel me? That's the first thing you need to do. You need to isolate yourself and get still. And you really want to isolate yourself in your natural environment. You feel me? If you can't get in your natural environment or sleep outside in a tent because your financial situation don't afford you to do that right now, it's okay. You can literally create you a reality where you are right now. Remember, when you go into nature, what do you see? You see green and brown. Colors give off vibrations. If you go look at the psychology of colors, you'll see that the color green puts you in the frequency of harmony, balance, calm, and ease. It relaxes the nervous system and puts you in tune with the earth's telluric energy, with God. The brown, it reminds you that we all come from that darkness, that we all come from that primordial waters of noon, that we are truly living inside the mind of God, and we are encased in complete darkness all around us. It keeps you in tune with the frequency of God, right? But if you can't go out into nature and sleep in nature, or if you don't want to go to a park and be in nature right now, you can sit in a room and paint the wall green, put up green decorations, put up colors of nature, play nature sounds in your background. So when you hear or you see these certain colors or images or sounds, these frequencies put you in tune with nature. Even if you have to recreate your environment and it's not the original nature that you would see outside, you can still recreate your environment inside your home to where you still looking at green, brown, blues. You draw pictures of trees or animals or fruit, butterflies. You feel me? Isolate yourself and indulge your whole being, all of your five senses, and things that's in tune with nature. The second step you want to do is you want to start to put in information, right? First, you isolated yourself. I'm glad that you're enjoying this sweet sensation. You feel me? All praise to the most honorable prophet, that leads you to Christ for the knowledge. You feel me? So the second phase, the second step that you want to do is you want to, right? You isolated already. That's the first thing you did. The second thing that you want to do is now you want to empty your cup, empty your mind. Take your head off your neck. Take your head off your neck and dump that motherfucker upside down. Shake it upside down. Empty your cup, right? You gotta empty out the knowledge and relieve yourself of all the negative information and misinformation that has been plaguing you and enabling you to project a reality of chaos, of ignorance, and pain and suffering. So empty your cup, and then you want to refill your cup and consume life. You want to consume objective information. I suggest the five sciences: astrology for sure, biology for sure, quantum physics for sure, melanin for shit show, grounding for sure. You want to equip and consume this information and only put in information that pertains to what you are wanting to become. If you want to become your greatest version or your higher self, and you want to get in tune with God and the dreamer of this reality, well, you only want to be listening to Nature Boy. You only want to be listening to the disciples. You only want to be listening to imagination music. For instance, if you wanted to be a basketball player, well, you would have to get away from everybody else that wasn't thinking about basketball and talking about basketball. Second thing, you would have to put only basketball in your mind: basketball videos, basketball interviews, basketball games, basketball music, people talking about basketball. And then the third thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to act on that. You're going to want to go live out that information. So the second step is emptying your cup and refilling it with what you want to project, what you want in your reality. I want more God in my reality. I want more beauty in my reality. I want more truth in my reality. I want more harmony and beautiful people, social people in my reality. I want to make sure that I'm always connected to Chief. I'm always connected to my higher self. This is the information and the codes that I'm putting into my five senses daily. I want to be in tune with nature. Where am I at? I'm inside a building, but I'm right here with some grass. You feel me? These are reprogramming my subconscious mind to only live in the truth or what my imagination wants me to live in the existence that my wants me to exist in. And like I said, the third step that you want to do, which is vital, because faith without work is dead. Knowing without application is not power. The third step is you want to apply that new knowledge that you consume to your life so that you can actually get the result. You have to start becoming the information and embodying the information. You feel me? And that third step is going to lead you to project or imagine the reality that you wanted to create for yourself. But it starts with you isolating, and then it starts with you second putting in that information that you want to become, only the information that you want to become, nothing else. You have to have a raw ass focus and a raw ass devotion and commitment for you to be able to manifest things. So you got to focus and only put in the necessary information that you want to see in your reality. And the third thing, you want to live that out. You want to become that. I don't give a fuck if somebody telling you, no, you can't do that. You can't be that. Nigga, you come from this. You used to be this. You such and such brother. You such and such sister. Such and such son or daughter. I don't care. This is who I said I am. This is what I put in my mind. And this is what I'm going to be. And I'm going to live that out no matter what it costs me. No matter what obstacles that come. That's it. And that's how we got to be, y'all. That's how you going to save your soul, which is your mind. You feel me? Through reprogramming it, and you living in that ferociously, unapologetic, with no shame. And you know, and I say that with passion, because before I got on live, I thought to myself like, damn, I remember having a trauma. Somebody said, give them a success story. I'll give you a success story. A part of me that makes me successful, that makes me feel successful in myself. I used to be in Babylon and I used to play sports in Babylon. I played sports and I got a scholarship to play sports in college. I got a certain amount of power, or what you would perceive as power, inside of Babylon, but it was really misdirected energy and giving my energy or my soul or my spirit to this government or to this system, and it didn't help me. But I used to play sports, and I had a certain amount of power in this system. And when I decided to utilize that power to do my own thing, basically I got publicly crucified. And I noticed like, damn, that's a trauma to me. That's a trauma. I got put on the news and publicly broadcasted like they did Chief, for me not to be who I wanted to be or who I saw myself to be. And you got to understand that this system that we live in is designed to disempower you, especially you black man, black woman. Yeah, look what they did to our Messiah. They tried to make a public example in a metaphorical crucifixion publicly to show other black people what they're going to do to you if you decide to be powerful or you decide to be you in this system. And the successful part about that is that I changed my mind and I redirected my energy and my thoughts and what I perceived as power into becoming my greatest version through studying objective information, through understanding what God is, through understanding what reality is. And now I get up on here and I let myself be seen, because to be publicly crucified is like, that shit kind of, it's embarrassing. It's humiliate. It's like a humiliation tactic. It'll traumatize you from not getting up and being yourself. But that's misinformation. That's negative. That's a negative program that I received from my environment. But guess what I did? I isolated. I emptied my mind from Babylon and put only divine information in, and what I believe to be true in, which is that the fact that we are dreaming. We live inside the mind of the Eligio Bishop. We need to study the five sciences. We need to get into our nature. This is what I believe now. And now I get up online, no matter if I'm scared, no matter if I'm afraid, no matter if I'm thinking about what other people thinking about me, no matter if I don't want to be seen or if I feel like I'm not being heard, I still get up here and I put the work in and I apply what I put inside of my mind. And that's what makes you successful, man. You doing what you said you was gonna do. It don't have to be you getting a lot of money. It don't have to be you getting a lot of all this luxury shit. No, it's you being successful. It's you being content with who you are and where you are in your life and what you are becoming. Because like God teaches us, you are not who you are right now. You are who you are becoming. And you got to allow that process to fulfill itself and go through the necessary work for that to happen. That means you're going to have to isolate. That means you're going to have to be alone. That means you're going to have to stay away from people that don't believe what you believe in. That means you're going to have to do things that you wouldn't normally do to get something that you normally wouldn't have. And then that also means that you're going to have to apply that shit. You're going to have to embody it and become it and live it and not just be talking it. You feel me? So that's how you save your soul, man. That's how you save your mind. Your soul is your mind. Your body is your soul. Your body not separate from your soul, because your soul is your mind and your soul is your astrological program. It's your DNA. Your body is a part of your molecular blueprint. That's the animating principle of you, your DNA, your astrological program. So go study that. You feel me? Bro, we good on the recording? Put a 3 up if we good on the recording, God. But you feel me? Anybody got any questions, man? Feel free if y'all want to. It's beautiful if y'all send donations on the app, but it's even more beautiful if y'all send donations to the Cash App that's on the screen, so that I can get it to Chief, you feel me, so that he can get food, water, whatever he need, drawers, underwear, motherfucking fresh t-shirts, fresh bed sheets for them dirty ass facility sheets that they've been giving out. You feel me? If y'all have any questions, I'm gonna leave the floor and I'm gonna leave space right now for the sleep and dream. Oh, exactly, in the matriarch. You feel me? And as well, if y'all want to donate to the matriarch, y'all can do that here too, or y'all can send it directly to $3 will rise. You feel me? I'll put it in the chat for y'all. If y'all don't want to send it directly to me, y'all can send it directly to Chief or the matriarch so that they can get the donation directly. You feel me? But I'm gonna leave this couple minutes for the floor. If y'all want to ask questions, y'all want to pull up in the queue. This the time for y'all. But either way, reflect the life from the honorable prophet, Elijah of Christ. You feel me? Nature Boy is God. I'm good on the recording too, God. We straight.